All right. Welcome to Mimi and Denise podcast. This is episode number 3, and we're going to be talking about weight loss journey. Now, Denise is moving from Brooklyn to Harlem this weekend, so she will not be on the call today. So I'll just be doing this solo. So I was going to wait until her and I can get together. But we talked about it, and you know what? I'm just going to let this one ride and talk about this because something really, really, really interesting happened to me a couple of days ago, and it's related to weight. So I was minding my business. I just celebrated a birthday on Monday. I'm on social media. And I noticed I had a inbox on Instagram. So not an inbox, I guess you call it direct message on Instagram. So I went to check it out and I was like, I looked at it, who it was from, and it's from one of my teammates from back in college. For those of you who do not know, in college, I was on the track and field team. I was a shot putter, a discus thrower, a hammer, and a weight thrower. I was really strong and pretty good, and I had fun. Being on a team in college, especially a Division I school, was amazing. We won 3 SEC championships and 1 NCAA title. So it was a great experience. So when you're on a team, you make a bond with several people. Everyone who knows me knows who my track and field clique was in college. This person was not part of my clique who sent me this message, and I'm going to get to that in just a minute. I just want to give you a little background story so you can understand maybe where I'm coming from, or just let me know if you think I'm overreacting. So this person who inboxed me is 2 years younger than me. So again, when I was a senior, this person was a sophomore. Or when I was a junior, this person was a freshman. This person did the heptathlon. So that's like 10 events, very in shape, very slim, thick, wonderful body. In college, I had a great body. I was just 3-4 times as big as the people who actually did running events. Anyway, I finished undergrad in 2002, and then I finished graduate school in 2004. I was done with the track team in 2003. So my first year of grad school, I did compete. So after I finished grad school, I moved. I've been in 5 different cities. I've been promoted several times. I worked for one company for 12 years. I've been with this new company for a little bit over a year. So, I've just been minding my business, doing my thing. I still keep in touch with several of the people who were in my circle. So everything's just been going good. I just try to be on the up and up and stay positive and, stay in my own lane, mind my business, drink water, and use coconut oil. What everyone should be doing. So let's get back to this direct message. I open up the message and it says, let me read it. It says, "Hey, I haven't seen a picture of you in a while. I know I'm being an annoying little sister, but I love to keep up with my track and field family. You need to get in the gym at least 3 times a week. Enjoy your food and have fun, but working out is what made us who we are today. I apologize if this is coming off as rude, as an insult. I'm just being annoying. Love you like a sister, blah, 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 blah." I'm going to pause right there. So I read the message and I'm like, okay. I had to do calculations in my mind and go, wait a minute. I haven't seen or spoken to this person in years, like since 2003. It is 2017. So then I was like, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. So I haven't seen or spoken to you since 2003. And I don't even know if I even spoke to this person in 2003. Again, she was not part of my like my circle. So you deemed it necessary out of all the pictures I have on Instagram. I think I have like over 1,000 pictures I've posted throughout the years. Out of all the pictures of me going around the world, me going to, all type of events, living in different cities. I'm into wine. Of course, I'm into food. Hell, the heifer said I done got fat. So, I'm into food. All these things that I have posted about either politics or just life in general, you deemed it necessary to start off your sentence saying, I haven't seen a picture of you in a while. And basically, you need to get your butt in the gym. Okay. Okay. I had to take a step back. I didn't immediately respond to her because I was like, first off, I was in total shock because I was like, this can't be real life. Secondly, I love to get the opinions of people who are in my circle. I mean, I took a screenshot of it. I sent it to my mom, who's the sweetest person on earth, who I've never heard raise her voice or say a curse word ever in my life. I sent it to my Get Crunk sister. I sent it to my friend NECA up in New York. I sent it to Denise, my co-host for this podcast. I sent it to her. I sent it to my friend Shay in Dallas. I sent it to Tina here in Maryland. Who else did I send it to? Forgive me if I forget that I sent it to you, because I was just trying to send it out to people, reasonable people who could actually I sent it to my cousin Nolan. I even wanted to send it, I sent it to a couple of guys just to get a male's perspective of, what would you do or how would you respond to this? All I did was send the screenshot and I wrote, how should I respond? So immediately I was getting responses back like, is this a joke? And I'm like, no, this is real life. This is someone that I really didn't know who sent me this message that said, out of the blue, no, how you doing? No anything. Or, are you okay? None of that. Just boom. So I was waiting on the responses, but I couldn't wait. The savage in me was just like, oh no, she gonna learn today. I'm not gonna say how I replied back. Just know that it wasn't pretty. It was very direct. It was very, I used some choice words. It really got me out of character because weight is such a sensitive topic for me and for a lot of other people. And to have someone that basically, if you don't speak to someone in 13 years or 14 years, to me, you're basically a stranger. Yeah, I know you, but I don't know you. Like, I knew you when I was in college. Like, I'm a grown woman now. Like, I'm grown for real. Like, for real, real grown. So you know nothing about me, and I know nothing about you. So never would it even cross my mind. And I know I'm rattling on, but I'm still trying to process this whole situation. It would never cross my mind to even think about sending someone a message like that. So I said some really, really evil things, I dropped some, you get it. But then I thought I had gotten over it because I was just like, okay, don't let someone get to you that way. But it really bothered me, and it still bothers me. And I'm going to tell you why. So, yes, I have gained weight. Just to be very transparent, I've always struggled with my weight from a kid. You know, when I was at daycare, my name up until like when I was 5 or 6 was Fat Baby. I was big when I came out the womb, you know, and I've always been called back home Fat Baby. That's my nickname, Fat Baby. So growing up, I was always big. I remember in the 8th grade, I got a physical. In the 8th grade, no, I'm sorry, in the 7th grade, I was 5'10", 210 pounds. I repeat, I was 5'10", 210 pounds in the 7th grade. And I'll never forget that. When I played basketball in middle school, I could not wear the shorts that were for me. Like I had to go out. My mom had to take me out and buy my own black shorts. So I remember going to different schools and stuff and, you know, running out when the team runs out and people looking like, why her shorts don't have stripes on them? Or, you know, what the world is going on with her? So I've always struggled with my weight. It's always been, you know, something that's been very sensitive to me. I remember the first crush I ever had when I was in the 5th grade. He told me that if I lost weight, he would date me. This is in the 5th grade. 5th grade. And this little guy is telling me that if I lost weight, he would date me. I will never forget that. Luckily, that didn't pan out because he looked smoked out and drugged out now. So thank you that didn't work out. But it's always been something that I've been aware of, that I know that I have to focus on my weight, that my weight has been an issue. When I got into high school, that's really when I started to lose weight. I was playing sports. I got into, of course, I was still playing basketball, but then that's when I got into track and field because my basketball coach was a track and field coach. And he was like, in the off season, you need to be doing track and field. You know, you're strong. You can do this. So I started doing track and field and fell in love with it. Started doing AAU track and field, AAU basketball. And, you know, by my senior year, I was skinny. Like for the first time in my life, I was skinny. And I went off to college. So when I went off to college, I'm 6 feet tall and I weighed 198 pounds. You couldn't tell me anything. My stomach was flat. I was on, you know, I had big old legs, big booty. My little breasts were coming in. I was stacked, you know. And then in college, I redshirted my freshman year. By my sophomore year, I was 230 pounds. Bumper freshman 15, I put on a freshman 30, but it was all working out and squatting and powerlifting and all these things. So again, I was still solid, no stomach, just stat because I was on a collegiate Division 1 level of competing. So, and plus I was a shot putter, a hammer, and a weight thrower. It was okay to be big. I was surrounded by people who was just as big as me or bigger, and they loved themselves and they loved competing, and so did I. So weight loss, being skinny in college wasn't even a thought to me because I knew it didn't go hand in hand in what I was trying to accomplish. So after graduate school, after, you know, college, doing my thing there, I got a job and I moved to Orlando, Florida. Lost a lot of weight. So all that weight I had built up weightlifting was gone. So I dropped right back down. I think I got back down to like 210, 205. I was working out, I was running, I was still trying to maintain. But I was working in the hospitality field. For those of you who have worked in hospitality, you know how hard it is to maintain a healthy lifestyle. You know, I would go to work at 3 p.m. and get off at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning every day, 5 days a week, sometimes 6 days a week. I managed a restaurant, so hello, I am eating anything that I want. I mean, food is unlimited, snacks are unlimited. I'm in a nice hotel with anything you name, I could eat it. Like the chefs, if I told the chef, hey, look, I'm in the mood for a ribeye, they're cooking your ribeye. If I'm in the mood for a burger, I'm gonna get a burger. If I wanted some fresh hot cookies from the pastry shop, I'm gonna get some fresh hot cookies from the pastry shop. So in Orlando, I went from, going down there weighing about 205, 210. I left there weighing, like 245. So in 3 years, I gained 45 pounds. I mean, it was insane. Um, got to Atlanta, and I was like, okay, my best friend Justin lived in Atlanta. He's very, very active, very into working out and having, a great body and being healthy. He doesn't drink. So he was a great influence on me losing weight. And it was wonderful. I lived right near Piedmont Park in Midtown. So I used to go to the park every day. I used to walk from my house to the park and then do a couple of laps around the park. It was great. So I lost weight again. I had a personal trainer. I was taking supplements. I was doing the whole 9 yards in Atlanta. Like, I was getting it in. I was on a yo-yo. I would go up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Just going through a lot of stuff when I lived there. I lived there for 5 years, had fun partying. It was a great time. But again, my weight was going up and down. I would be like, oh, okay, I gained 5 pounds. Let me kill myself in the gym, lose the 5 pounds. And then 2 weeks later, I would gain 10 pounds. I mean, it was crazy, but I always weighed myself every day. I was obsessed with my weight when I lived in Atlanta. When I got promoted, I moved to New York City. Again, New York City, I'm living in Queens, I'm working in Manhattan. I gotta walk, it seemed like a mile to the train. I'm walking from the train, getting on the train, gotta walk to my job. I joined a very, very, very expensive gym in Manhattan, which was awesome. It was out of my price range, but I didn't care. Joined the gym again, lost a lot of weight, was maintaining my weight from Atlanta. And then lo and behold, here's where the ball drops. I got promoted. I moved to St. Louis, Missouri. If you ever want to go through a depression, move from New York City to St. Louis, Missouri. I moved to St. Louis, Missouri, and I turned into a hobbit. I didn't go anywhere. I wasn't trying to meet anyone. I wasn't happy. And this was my day. Wake up, eat, go to work, eat, lay on the couch, open up a bottle of wine, drink the entire bottle of wine, eat, and go to bed. That was my life for 18 months. So I was only there for 18 months. In St. Louis, I got all the way up to 298 pounds in 18 months. So from New York City to St. Louis, I gained like 50 pounds. Yeah, it was severe. I went and then I saw a therapist. I was having all kind of blood work done. They were like, "What is going on with you?" And I'm like, "Shoot, I don't know." You all know what I knew. I wasn't doing anything. I was mad I was there. I was mad that I couldn't find anyone to date. I was mad I didn't have no homegirls. It was just pitiful. Luckily, my niece came and stayed with me for a few months, and she encouraged me, and we would go do yoga, and we would work out in the park, and we would go to the gym. So I went from 298 pounds to 277 pounds when I left there. Um, so that made me feel a lot better, but still, I knew that, something's not right. Also, going back to the therapy part, talking to my therapist, for the first time, I really understood like why my eating habits are so bad. Basically, what it boils down to, I'm a binge eater. I eat when I have anxiety or when I'm nervous. When I'm nervous, I eat. And so when I'm around people, a lot of people think, oh, you're a people person. Oh, you're so outgoing. Oh, me, turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up. Yeah, I am. But at the same time, I'm not. It's like I'm an extra. I don't know. It's like I have an introvert. I don't even know how to describe it, but it's really weird. Like I love being around people, but I only love being around people who I know. And so if you put me in a big crowd or even a small crowd with a bunch of people I don't know, yeah, I'll talk and network, but I have so much anxiety about that. And it really makes me overeat and overdrink. So realizing where is that stemming from and working through that was so important. And my therapist there, Dr. Rivera, who may I say is probably the best cognitive therapist in the world, loved him. He helped me through a lot of things. So it was such a great experience. But anyway, needless to say, got promoted again. And then, boom, Washington freaking D.C. All right, so I went from being in the house, not going anywhere. If someone asks me right now if there's someone I can call in St. Louis and be like, "Hey, what's up? I'm coming to St. Louis." There's no one. There's no one that I could. That's how much I hated being there. So, boom, I went from that type of a lifestyle to really like drinking wine every night on the couch, basically crying myself to sleep, to coming to Washington, D.C., where I'm going out every day. It's either a happy hour, a dinner party, a gathering, an event, uh, a pop-up shop, an art festival. It's always something in freaking the DMV. I love it. But guess what? There's always alcohol and there's always food involved. I don't even think people in the DMV know how to get together without eating and drinking. I think that we will all just sit around each other and just be like, anybody got any edibles? Or what do we eat at? Yeah, something like that. Because, everything is just an indulgence. And I've learned that I don't know how to have moderation. So if I'm going to a happy hour, who goes to a happy hour to have one drink? If those wings are half off, or you got a half off menu during 5 and 7 o'clock, and there's 7 things on that menu, I'm probably going to order like 4 out of the 7. I know that's just greedy, right? Anyway, so came to DC. I'm in DC, and I just been having fun. I've been having fun. Weighed myself, noticed that my suits weren't fitting. Guess how much I weighed? 298 pounds again. I was like, okay, this time I'm like, okay, I'm making more money. This enough is enough. I hired a personal trainer at $500 a month for, I want to say 10 workouts. Yeah. No, less than that. I think that, I can't remember. It was like a year ago. But all I know is I paid this guy $500. And after 2 months, I weighed myself. I was eating right. After 2 months, guess how much I weighed? 295 pounds. So I paid $1,000 and got rid of every type of snack, every type of goodness that was in my home to lose 3 damn pounds. So needless to say, that was the last paycheck he got from me. So it's just been, I think after that, that was so disheartening that it's just been like, you know what, forget it. Forget it. And I think, no, I know that's where my issue has been. That it's just been like, there's nothing I can do to lose this weight. I've done tried to be vegetarian, vegan. I've tried Plexus. I've tried, the supplements at GNC. Um, I've tried personal trainers. I've joined cheap gyms. I've joined the most expensive gyms. It's just been a struggle. It's just really been a struggle. And there's nothing wrong with me. A lot of people have, my response, part of my response back to the person who inboxed me was that you don't know my situation. And that just wasn't for me. That's for a lot of people. A lot of people struggle with medical issues that require them to take some type of medication that in turns the side effect is weight gain. So what if I had something that was really wrong with me? Like what if I had a thyroid problem, or what if I had fibroids, or some type of kidney disease? I mean, I could have anything, and this random person would have inboxed me and made a comment about my weight. So I wanted to get this off my chest because I want all of us to be more, just humility. Just think about putting yourself in someone else's shoes. We all have seen pictures of people from our past, and we look at them and be like, what the hell happened to them? And apparently, I was that person to this person. Okay, all right, I'll take this L on the chin. But it's a lesson in this. The lesson for me is, number one, don't let people take you out of your character. How I responded to her is not how I should have. It was the anger part of me and the kid in me that was bullied from way back when about my weight that lashed out at her. Because if she's a stranger, why would I care? If it didn't bother me, why would I even respond? I could have easily blocked her and deleted her, but I entertained it because I was just so hurt by it and so shocked by it. But the lesson for me is that don't let people take you out of your character. If you live in life and you enjoying yourself and you're trying and you know what your situation is and you know what path you are walking, when someone makes a derogatory comment or makes an unsolicited comment or gives you unsolicited advice about yourself, don't come out of pocket. Don't do what I did, Don't do what I did. In turn, put yourself in that person's shoes. There must have been something about out of 1,000 of those pictures that she saw that in 13, 14 or whatever years, she said, oh, I don't care that I've seen that you've not been around the world and you did all these amazing things. I'm not looking at that. All I'm looking at is, heifer, you not got fat. That's her mindset. Wouldn't it be horrible to have that type of mindset? I thank God that I don't have that mindset when I look at people and when people come into my presence, or if I'm on social media, that I can look through all their things and all their posts and different things like that. And the first thought that comes to my mind is negativity. Wow. I actually feel sorry for this particular person because there's something inside of them that makes them look at someone and the first thing that comes out of their mouth is something negative. That didn't come from a place of love. What she sent me didn't come from a place of love. You know, love doesn't come like that. And don't let people fool you into thinking that. If my best friend Neka, or if Denise, or Shay, or Justin, or Ronald, or James, or my sister, or my brother would have came at me, or my parents, that's love. If Joe Taker or Sasha, that's love. But someone that I haven't spoken to nor seen, that's not love. That's you putting your insecurities out on me. You're deflecting whatever's inside of you. You tried to deflect it on me. But what you don't realize is, or what you didn't realize is, I'm the queen of taking a negative situation and making it positive. I'm not the only person who struggles with weight. It's millions of people who struggle with weight and who get body shamed. So if anything, this has helped me create a platform to let other people know my story, and maybe my story can help someone else. And that's why I'm being so transparent. You know, right now I'm hungry as hell doing this podcast. You know, I went to the gym today and I'm hungry. I'm going to go to the grocery store. And when I go to the grocery store, it's hard for me to pick out food. Because it's like, okay, I got to look at every calorie. I got to look at all of this. It's Friday. And I want to go to a happy hour. But I know that, okay, how are you going to control yourself when you get to this happy hour? You can't have margaritas, which I love. They have too much sugar in them. So you're going to have to get a Kettle One and club soda. Or, you know what? Just don't drink. Those thoughts go to in my mind every time I step out of my house. When I wake up, I think about, okay, what I'm going to eat today, when I'm going to work out. That's the first thing I think about when I wake up. So to have a stranger come in and say, you need to go to the gym 3 times a week at least. Let me tell you something. You don't know me. You don't know me. Don't do that to people. It's rude. It's uncalled for. See, you all, I had to pause and calm down because I was about to get out of pocket again. God is still working on my heart. But we're going to continue this conversation. Denise is going to be in. And actually, the person who inboxed me heard about my response and heard that I was doing a podcast about it. And she actually inboxed me and talking about she wanted to be on the podcast. So maybe I will have her as a guest to let her give her point of view and her side of the story on this whole entire situation. So I thank you all for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. It will be a part 2. I just need to calm down a little bit and get myself together because I really got tried and I'm just still in shock about it. You all have a great day.